Gentleman from California, Mr. Rohrabacher, is recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for your leadership over the years and this and other issues where you have provided us great hearings like this that are expanding our understanding of science and the important role that people like this are playing. So thank you very much. Mr. Chairman, one of the things that I have been frustrated about with the scientific community, and maybe it shouldn't be frustration in the scientific community, I'm going to ask you your opinion on that, is we seem to be still basing our electricity production on things that are either risky or too dirty, you know, and or something like that. Maybe could you? And I have understood over the years that we actually have the capability of producing, for example, a next generation of nuclear power. In fact, Dr. Peters, you mentioned that research. Where are we right now in getting away from light water reactors and into the next generation of reactors that are safer and actually have a lot of potential? Where are we at that?
So thank you, Congressman. So first on the existing fleet, I wouldn't characterize them as dirty or unsafe. That would be my first comment. They're operating safely and securely, and they will continue to do so for decades. That said, there is an exciting number of new advanced reactor concepts that are emerging.
Well, I was actually talking about other sources.
I figured. I just thought I'd put that in there.
Okay.
I won't go with the other part of this. But the advanced reactor, there's a lot of companies that are emerging. I know you're familiar with General Atomics. They're not emerging. They've been around for a long time, but they've got some interesting concepts. There's startups that are popping up, and they're working with the labs. So some of those companies are talking about having first commercial in 2025 to 2030.
We actually have prototypes working of the next generation of nuclear power.
When can we?
No. Do we have any?
We do not.
Now? And we've spent billions of dollars of research on this, and yet we don't have even a prototype working. Now, is this lack of progress due to being stymied by scientific obstacles that we can't seem to get past, or is this a result of regulation and bureaucracy?
It's actually the private. I'm not a company that's trying to innovate and develop a concept, but I would tell you they would probably tell you it's capital. Finding private capital to take it to the next step is probably their biggest hurdle.
Capital, but we have in the meantime, we've spent billions of dollars supposedly on research.
And we've done that research, and so they're prepared to take it to commercial, but they have to seek significant private capital to take it to the next step. There's a partnership with the federal government, but you can't expect the federal government to carry the entire freight for commercializing their units. So they're going to have to find additional private capital.
Well, I would hope that that would be one of our major goals, is to finally have, with all the great research that has been done on getting us away from light water reactors, which I believe are dangerous, and leave us with basically pollution, or in the sense that we have to store the nuclear rods forever. We should get away from that, and we should be going on to this next generation. And so thank you very much. I would hope that that message gets through. And on the end there, Mr. Kearns, you were talking about the batteries. In the chairman's hometown in Austin, Texas, Dr. Goodenough has supposedly had a breakthrough, and a major breakthrough on this. Would you say that this is accurate? Is it a breakthrough, or is it being hyped?
I'm not, unfortunately, I'm not that familiar with the breakthrough that's been described. I've read some things in the press. It sounds impressive, certainly, and it certainly would have pay a great deal of respect to Dr. Goodenough. I think it certainly warrants some additional follow-up.
And Mr. Cow, you were shaking your head yes about. You know about that project?
Yes, but like all science effort, you need more people to go into it to repeat and to make sure it's all correct.
But would you say that on your preliminary look on this?
Concept, yes.
So okay. We had another panel here, of course, talking about that, about batteries and most everybody gave it a good thumbs up. What we are interested in making sure is that the money that we are spending on research actually is not done for the sake of research, but instead is done to make sure we're doing things that improve the life of the people on this planet. And that's why I'm sort of trying to focus on the next generation of nuclear power and things such as that. And we're behind you, and we want things to be done more efficiently, but we also want to make sure the results are actually put into practice in a way that will improve life. So thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Rohrabacher.